differences. If the toilets are even at one place, how do you differentiate them? What do men need and what do women need in your planning? So we try to expose our kids to that, so that when they come to become policy makers, they already know what it is, and they can make it better.
Okay, and finally, my final question is, you talk so much about this summer camp, and my question is, do you have any plan in the future to go into schools?
I think so we have 103 schools that we are intervening in, but at the primary school level. We call the program, how is it called? APPM, Ambassador Peer Peace Motivation. It's a whole module, it's a whole program that we offer to young people. I must confess it's not very strong, because I mean going across the whole country, the resource base, and people don't support programs that do not show you this is what I have done. Ours is about mindset building. We are currently working on to the high school level, but there are other partners or participants in the high school. They don't want to compete. Like Red Cross are there, there's UNESCO clubs and so. So what we do is bring their people, enhance them to incorporate the issues in their program. So we don't have to bring them to us and train them, but we train those who are intervening there so that we don't have to compete. Because they also have an academic time that they have to meet to pass their exams. So if all of us are there, it will cause some other issues. Okay.
Yeah. Your final words before we leave?
Yeah, thank you, Edna. I just want to add something to what Lamin has said about the important role that women play in building peace. As I said before, peace is something that starts with the individual. If women at that early stage teach children about the act of living with peace, the ability to be tolerant to other people, the ability to be able to forgive, the ability to be able to accommodate the differences that we have as individuals in society. If at that level women are able to train their children, the society will definitely change to be a very peaceful society, because those children will become elders tomorrow, and if they become elders, they'll become peaceful people. So it is very important for women to be sensitized about peace building so that they'll be able to train their children, and eventually the whole society will become peaceful. That's what I have to contribute. And I think youth ambassadors, we are also doing our quota towards that. We educating the youths, especially the females, about the important role that women play when it comes to gender. And definitely with the training of those young women, they'll also go and train other women, and eventually the whole society will be sensitized. But we'll put more efforts in trying to go to the media to talk about some of these issues, discuss it, so that people will be more aware. Thank you.
Mr. President?
Yeah, I want to talk about our instruments of peace. That is to say, dialogue of understanding, freedom, tolerance and forgiveness, and freedom and democracy. Without this, there cannot be any peace. You must not see force as the mean to anything. Should only be the last alternative. Let's always go into the dialogue table. The problem discussed is a problem half solved. We must not, use force to solve our problem. It can never, lead to any conflict. And also, people need to understand gender. When we say gender in peace building, we don't have to see gender as 50-50. Gender, includes both men and women. It's not about only women, as it has been understood by so many people. And their roles in peace building is very important, it's very paramount. Even not for the sake of youth ambassadors, everybody must go and endeavor to find out what are the contributions of both men and women in peace building. I think we all have an equal stake in it. With that, we will be able to move forward and move for the better.
And for me, I want to urge the public, especially the women and the working women for that matter, to take the opportunity that is given to them by peace ambassadors so that they can be exposed to the Gambia Gender Policy 2010 to 2020, the CEDAW Protocol, and also the Women's Act 2010. When they come to peace ambassadors, they will train them on other relevant topics and these other ones that I mentioned, and this will eventually benefit them in their work.
Thank you very much.
Maybe my final words will be this. I think it's important we appreciate the work that GRTS is also doing, especially in gender line, because this is gender, I know ideal family is gender, and a lot of things that we are doing. Okay, and I think also on peace building, because communication is one aspect of peace building, what people learn. In this country now, everybody knows this means namaste. And that's thanks to GRTS, and so we also contributing to that. And some of the programs are doing well, educating, people. Even though we have our boards on some of your programs, but a lot of them are doing well, and they are helping transform our jobs to where we are going to. I would also like to state, like Aminata have finally said, we are the one you see at GRTS, at the Youth Ambassadors of Peace. We are the face, but we have a whole host of intelligent people, a whole host of Gambians who have done trainings in this field of peace, but they are not having opportunity to teach other people. So we have agreement with them, and they, through us, are teaching. It's not us that will stand before you and teach you all the time. We are the face. But we have a whole host, like my brother from the academic field, Njundu, who is singled out, I will always say, and others who will always be available to say, so we want to appreciate the effort that they are doing. And say to people that you don't have to be a member of Youth Ambassadors of Peace. You don't have to be invited to Youth Ambassadors of Peace to have a training. But you can organize yourself in your own organization, and we are prepared to train you. It's free. GRTS want to do training on peace building. Organize yourself. Let us know. We'll be here. We'll agree on the timings and provide that training. Because for us, once you are trained and you are able to use that at your own time, take the credit. But once there is changes, we're okay. So we want to thank you very much for giving us the opportunity, and the whole Gambia.
Well, viewers, that's all we had time for in this edition of the Women Magazine. Hope you did enjoy the program. If so, do join us next week for another edition of your Women Magazine. Till then, enjoy the rest of our programs.
Alibe kungoto, alibe nakoto.